My name is Pat Courtney Gold. My Indian name is Salmon. I'm a Wasco Indian. I was born and raised on the Warm Springs Reservation. So my childhood was bittersweet. I had a good memory of living up in the mountains and the trees. And it was a disaster when I went to boarding school because everything there was militarized. Boarding school broke our culture, or we could not speak our native language. We could not do any of our skills that were handed down for generations. When I was growing up, I didn't know anybody in my family who made baskets. But my family, about every 6 months, would take us up to Maryhill Museum. And my mother, with pride in her voice, would say, "This is a Wasco basket. Look at the designs. It tells our history, it tells our story. This design is a human. This design is our ancestor. This design is condor. This design is sturgeon. We live with these. This is our lifestyle. We have to remember that. They're part of us. They live with us." And I grew up with those stories that my mother told me because they meant something to her. I could tell in her voice. So what I'm talking about is a basket like this. The top image is a salmon. And that was very important to us because in the Columbia River, our food source, the salmon, came directly to us. And we could harvest more than we could consume, and which we did, but we processed the salmon, and that was our wealth. That's what we traded. And the Columbia River was a big trade route from the mouth of the Columbia River all the way up to Canada. But Fort Vancouver was really interesting because they were there for the furs, but they had a lot of people who were voyageurs, who were the French, who married into Indian families when they were back around the Great Lakes. So they were fluent in a number of different Indian languages, so they could communicate with the Chinook people who were also fluent in a number of different languages. So that Fort Vancouver was an interesting place for Native people and non-Native people to meet. We honor the plant. We give a special prayer to the plant. And because the students are all from different tribes and some people are non-Indian students, we give our prayer in English. And what we're really doing is thanking the plant for giving its life to us. And we will honor it, take care of it, respect it, and put it in one of our baskets. And when we weave our baskets, we'll weave beauty into the baskets, and we'll only weave when we feel good. We don't want our unhappiness to go into the basket. It comes from within, teaching. And I think my reward is seeing how open these students are and how quickly they learn. They are so motivated. And that's my reward in sharing my culture as a people.